I believe that all of this Obama is going to get arrested is a psyop nonsense. I believe nothing, absolutely nothing will come from it. Luke, white pill me. Luke, tell me the walls are closing in. Benny Johnson said the walls are closing in. This time, they got him. Please, white pill me and tell me that this is the time. The swamp is finally getting drained.
Even though that would be very beneficial for my YouTube career and my YouTube numbers to tell you everything that your wonderful ears just want to pleasantly hear about how we're going to get some justice and accountability. Sadly, no, you're getting the black pill suppository up the you know what, because this is not happening. This is Hillary lock her up 2.0. Yeah. And it's pretty clear here that the Trump administration isn't serious about charges. They're teasing it as I think as a form of distraction. I think Trump called up Tosi, be like, just give us some red meat. Just give the base something. Let's appease them. Let's tease them. And now everyone's talking about, will he arrest him? Will he not arrest him? And there's a lot of cope and there's a lot of nonsense, but it's clear that they're doing the litigation in the court of public opinion and not in an actual court. And if they were serious about this, they would be quiet about it, and they would have secret grand jury indictments that would actually move forward towards actual accountability towards the illegal actions that they committed. So Trump saying treason, Trump saying illegal, Trump saying guilty doesn't matter because he's trying to, of course, just do it in the court of public opinion. But this also gives him an edge over Hillary, over Comey, over Brennan, over Barack, saying, look, I'm hanging threats over your head. I want you to acquiesce. I want you to do this for me. And I think that's also something that's being calculated and played into all of this. Yeah. While sadly, all of his supporters, and especially the ones that were arrested, prosecuted, and had the FBI knock down their doors and terrorize them, they're sadly never going to get any accountability and justice here.
No. Hannah Claire, you were telling me earlier that a certain group of people was behind the Obama being protected. I don't remember who you said, but
I mean, sorority girls in this country are more powerful than anyone can imagine. They're really well organized. They have chants. They make T-shirts. I think that Obama's scared of them. I always have thought that. Yeah,
they must. I mean, is there anything here? Can we how do we as the channel that refuses to, blow smoke up our viewers' rear ends? How do we capture all the people who keep falling for this nonsense? I guarantee there'll be several videos by several people claiming the walls are closing in and Obama's finally going to go to jail. And of course,
trust the plan.
Trust the plan. This time we got them. They sound just like leftists. I remember making the same videos. Remember when the left kept saying, "Oh, this is it. We got him. We got him with RICO charges. We got him with this. We got him," and then to be really nothing happened. I mean, Trump did stand trial, but nothing happened. Can we just stop it with this stuff? Why do you keep saying that the walls are closing in, Hannah Claire? Why do you keep saying that, Trump is finally going to drain the swamp?
Sources on the internet that they are.
Sources. Yeah, Luke's got those.
Yeah, I know Luke's got
Mine
those.
have been legit. All right.
I think that one of the reasons Obama made that statement responding to Trump's comments calling him treasonous regarding the Russiagate deal is to underscore that this is coming across the public as a petty he said, she said fight. And I think that takes away from the actual issues at play. It becomes interpersonal drama as opposed to a critical investigation or a call for truth. And that's what that's a part of the media landscape. And I think right now, all of this is unfortunately becoming something that is so, I don't know how to put it, so full of buzz and also not clear information that it becomes something everyone is tuning out.
Yeah, I mean, I am so I have tasted the black pill before.
You sat on it a lot.
No, I had tasted it. I had put it even in my mouth. But after taking it as a suppository over the Epstein stuff, it's kind of hard to reject it now. I have seen behind the curtain. I am a part. Does this make me part of the nothing ever happens people? Am I now
You're dabbling.
I feel like I'm definitely dabbling in the nothing ever happened. Like, I am I just don't want to lie to my viewers, whether it's in my independent, like when I see this tweet, no disrespect, Nick Sorter, make your money on X, cool. He can't possibly believe that they're going to throw Obama in jail. You can't possibly believe that.
Yep. Well, we also got new breaking news right now that a federal judge has actually denied a request from Donald Trump to unseal the Jeffrey Epstein grand jury transcripts.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what? This is the best case scenario for Trump.
Yeah. It's like, I tried, guys.
I tried. The swamp is too deep.
That covered it up in the first place. I sent you the breaking news thing in the private chat now.
We'll make that a segment. We'll save that for Yoshi when he gets here. This
Ghislaine Maxwell trial too. So he's seen a lot of stuff with trials.
This, I mean, I just think I don't want to call people stupid because I know everybody that liked and retweeted this, they're just huffing up on that hopium. I too consumed hopium after the November election. And you know what? I used to kind of secretly consume it, but right out in the open, I consumed hopium.
You fought me. You were fighting me.
I fought you.
You black pillar. How dare you?
Yeah.
I think
and now,
panicking. Like, you son of a gun. Do you not see the writing on the walls?
You yourself also had some hopium on the Epstein files, right? At least a little. Like
as soon as Cash, and I mentioned it on the show before the controversy spurred up, Cash went to Congress and said Epstein killed himself, and I'm like, red flag.
That was it.
Before anybody else did, before the controversy, not his latest, but his first ever kind of congressional testimony. I'm like, okay, something's up here.
That was when he was doing his like approval, his his whatever.
And
when he was,
Habba was telling us, guys, be patient. It's all coming out. We're getting all the documents. It's going to be shocking.
She's out too.
Yeah,
I saw a report yesterday that she's out. She's out of the inner circle.
I've known she's been out for a while. They just placated her with this temporary position, and I knew she wasn't going to be there for a while. So
yeah, do you think, Hannah Claire, that you can be? I talked about this morning in a video that's coming out later, but like, in order to not want to like jump off a cliff in Minecraft, I think you have to start to like compartmentalize this stuff. Like, I just started putting like, look, if you stack the Trump wins, he's had a pretty good run. Yes, the bunker busters, suboptimal, but it also didn't really turn into anything bigger. It didn't spur any bigger war.
He literally said he's going to he wants to bomb Iran again and will. And Israel said the same thing. So again,
right, he said that, but
that's not over.
Right. However, to the normie, your 401k has done nothing but go up the last 6 months. Gas prices has gone nothing but go down for the past 6 months. You have more money in your pocket because cost of living has been going down. You know, in general, things are pretty good under Trump. And how do you compartmentalize? Like, do you just... Life is easier when I'm just like, yeah, we're never getting anything, but at least my 401k is going up.
Look, the thing is, all presidential administrations are the average of the highs and the lows. And that's why people care about things like opinion polls. If you look at the Biden administration, there will be some people who never, ever, 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 ever paid attention to anything. And we're like, we got a Democrat in, so it was a win. The reality is that just like all presidents, Trump is going to be fighting to keep his accomplishments at the foreground and keep the disagreements within the party and with his base in the background. And this is one of those issues. And you know, we've talked about it before. I think the Epstein files are important. I think they have significant information. But for the average American, for a lot of people, they aren't going to occupy the same mental space that concerns about tariffs are, concerns about cost of living, concerns about housing.
And he was right on tariffs too. Like the tariffs turned out that they, you know, Jeremy's a moron. Well, okay, we'll keep waiting for Benny Johnson to tell you the people are going to jail. All right.
And that's the thing. Like, I think there
Like
is this desire for something, but if you're Trump, there is not one issue that gets your full attention all the time. That's just the reality of being president. I think it was why it was so significant for people who advocate for immigration reform, especially illegal, but even legal immigration, that Trump brought it up in 2016. And again, it was a major platform theme by 2020 because it shifted the axis of politics. The fact that it was a much more common talking point every election since is due in part because Donald Trump said this is key. I know for a lot of people who are passionate about bringing justice regarding the Epstein situation and the list and the child victims, like, getting Trump on board is key because it makes it a main platform discussion. And it just seems like because Dan Bongino, because Cash Patel, because Pam Bondi kind of fumbled it here and didn't stay on message and didn't stay in alignment. And I don't know why that is. It is now going to be one of those things that it sinks back to the background. And that will be disappointing for a lot of people. But for the average American, it won't be the major loss that it is for the journalists who have followed this case. Again, because
I disagree.
Their priorities are economic.
Yeah, I disagree. It wasn't just a fumble. This was like a nuclear explosion of catastrophes and F-ups. It's like, how do we make this as bad as we can here, especially on the backdrop of now Congress taking an extended vacation, as a lot of people are saying, well, they're really trying to avoid this Epstein disclosure stuff. Listen, I've been, not just at the TPUSA stuff, and you see what the base is talking about, what they're thinking. This was like pandemonium of like, what in the world? It was like panic fire. Everyone around Epstein. Even the normies outside that weren't a part of the conference, Epstein. This is going to be something that needs to be addressed, needs to be cleared up. And I hate to say it. And, at some point, it's even difficult talking about this as much as I have, right? I don't want to talk about this. And I didn't get the phone call. I will continue to talk about this, obviously, 110%, because this is a key and important issue that sadly there's still predators out there hurting children. And I think that's an issue that will not go away. Obviously, we have to understand, like, the journalists, the people on Twitter, they're a representation of the base here. We're some of the most vocal supporters here that are the bully pulpits for a lot of the kind of bigger political movements here, and vast majority of them just don't want any part of this anymore. And I think the kind of power, the kind of possibility has essentially blackpilled everyone significantly to the point of no return.
Well, I do think that normies don't care about Jeffrey. I would
disagree with that.
Well, the poll numbers agree with me. Normies answer polls.
The poll numbers that told you Hillary Clinton was going to win 99%.
Well, yeah, but these are the same poll numbers that said Trump was going to win too. I mean, I think normies. I mean, look, who answers the phone?
Were telling us it was a close race between Kamala and Trump.
It was close. I mean, it was within 2 points. It was within the margin of error. He didn't blow her out. It came down to basically Pennsylvania. How many electorals?
It's not a top issue for the average American. Some
it just
people
isn't.
know about it. Some people care about it for when it comes up, but you didn't see the consistent building of conversation about it over the election that would indicate that it is a major concern. And again, that's not to dissuade or not to say it isn't an important topic. There are tons of things that are important that don't get the ear of the American public and don't get the same kind of attention. I think that it is a major talking point right now, but I don't know that it will, deter the Trump administration from accomplishing other things. And I'm not totally sure at this point how it will play out in midterms. I think it'll really vary.
Well, I think that's fair. I think one thing I'd agree with on Luke is that he is losing some of his vocal supporters, which will turn into votes. The question is, will that translate to JD Vance or not? I have been less, universally optimistic about Trump. Therefore, some of my followers are probably, less universally. So there will be a ripple effect. But Trump is
literally being sent out to do dinners with podcasters in order to reassure them that Epstein absolutely wasn't blackmailing people.
I mean,
and it'll be interesting should JD Vance be the nominee in 2028. He will probably have to answer questions about this because they go back and see what did the administration mess up? What were the big issues? Where were the conflicts within the party? That's what journalists will ask him about. That's what will come up at debates. So it's not that, JD Vance, whoever it is, whoever the nominee is, won't have to deal with this. I just don't know that it's something that we'll hear about for the next 4 years. I think we'll hear about it for a little bit longer. But I guess I'm skeptical that there is a way forward that gets the information out and keeps this as a major
let's give credit where credit's due. Donald Trump did get the media, the corporate media, to care about Epstein.
Even Democrats.
They haven't cared about him forever. They covered up his crimes. They were promoting him. And listen, this is a huge weakness that a lot of people see as a weakness, and you could see that and I think the kind of corporate media smells kind of blood in the water. And they're kind of sharks circling around him, right? And they're releasing anything and everything that they can. The Democrats know this, and they see this as, holy cow, this is one of the most inconvenient, uncomfortable things that Donald Trump is dealing with right now. And they're going to be dishing out this type of thing. And he's giving them leverage, sadly, by acting like the way that he is. And I'm saying, hey, Trump, don't fall into the trap. Don't give them leverage. Don't give them the ammunition. Stop giving them easy layups. And sadly, they have a clear pathway that they're going to be using and abusing. That doesn't mean we shouldn't be calling for accountability here. I think we still should be calling for accountability, but I think it needs to be done in a kind of right way. And sadly, none of this has been handled right, in my opinion.